Hey guys, so this is day number 5. Actually, I'm going to do day number 5 and 6 today for my Witchcraft Q&A. Just because I won't be able to do one tomorrow because it's for me it's traditionally a time of year that I put the decorations up for Christmas. I know it's late. Most people are like, why'd you put them up so late? And I'm usually like, why'd you put yours up so early? So today's question, for the first one anyway, is do I follow any ethical codes or morals? Obviously, I don't. I can do. I follow the main rule, which is obviously do what you want but harm none, style sort of theory. I follow this to a certain extent. I am like I said, I'm a healer. I'm a protector. I have hurt people, not physically, because they hurt me. I've basically brought bad luck upon someone. I have managed to reflect bad omens off of me and put it onto other people. For example, there was a time, actually, my old manager, she was bullying me and my friend at work, and it got to the point where I had nothing left to do, so I resorted to the use of my magic and ritual, in a sense of I deflected most of the bad omens that she was threatening me with, and I put it on her. So she was threatening to suspend me. Turns out she's the one who got the suspension for over 3 weeks, and I knew that put her in a lot of trouble because her husband doesn't work. And her son is on the dole, which is sort of like, benefit, and she had no income over that time. So yeah, I try not to harm others unless they harm me. Anything I do in that sense is purely defensive. I would never attack. Everything's in the defensive style sort of ritual. I would never ever go out of my way to hurt someone. No matter how badly they have hurt me, I would never use rituals or spells to sort of hurt someone. That would just go completely against everything that I believe. Other codes and sort of morals that I use is I don't talk about Wicca or my path to other people unless they bring it up. I'm very not closed door in a sense. I just feel like it shouldn't be mentioned if it doesn't need to be mentioned, which is kind of why I get quite pissed off at those who preach Christianity in the streets and things like that, sort of shoving it in your face. And I don't appreciate people coming around telling me the word of Jesus when I personally don't believe in that religion. I'm not saying they're wrong. I just think they should not be allowed to do what they do in the way that they do it. But that's just me. So I wouldn't go around preaching to people about the different paths of sort of being a witch and different witches and things like that, because to be honest, I know my religion is an ancient religion, and with science and stuff, people are like, why do you believe in this stuff? And it's really purely down to the fact that it's magical, and there's something about it when you're connected. It's more of a connection than a religion, I feel, because not everybody in this religion follows gods and prays and things like that. So yeah, so basically those are the really 2 biggest rules. I harm nobody unless harmed. I don't physically hurt people. I will manipulate them. I also don't preach about my religion either. It's very me, because it's a very big part of me. Okay, so the next question, part 2, is am I a solitary witch or have I worked with others in a coven? Now, this is a good question. I have done both, and the coven that I did work with, I'm not really a member with them, but I have talked to them and I have conversed with them, and I have been to a few of their ceremonies. And they're very lovely people. I think they're probably the most welcoming people I have ever come across in my entire life, to be honest. They opened themselves up to me when I was very lost and very confused, and they opened their door to me, and they really took me in, and it was the best thing ever. I couldn't have asked for anything better, to be honest. But mainly I'm a solitary witch. I tend to do a lot of things on my own. I will get my friend to sometimes help me, but sometimes it's, as much as the spell may be stronger, sometimes doing it yourself really gives you that connection to your sort of other self. You know, everybody's always got that flip fold as well. So I always think if you do it yourself, you've got a much more spiritual connection to the ritual, and you can actually feel like you've accomplished something as well. So and if you, especially if you do it with things that you've made, so like own candles, your own herbs that you've dried out and things like that, just doing little things by yourself makes a spell so much more powerful. But there are times when you think I could really use, you know, one other or maybe two other witches. Because yeah, the spells are more powerful, I'm not going to lie. And there are times where a spell does require more than one person to partake in it. But yeah, I'm both really, yeah. So now I'm going to wrap up this rather long video, and I really do apologize, but like I said, I'm doing two today instead of just one now and one tomorrow, because tomorrow is my it's going to be a day for me to rejuvenate and get into the Yule spirit a little bit. And here's a little fun fact for you guys. The Christmas tradition of having a big meal and having, you know, getting a little bit, you know, having a bit of festivity is actually a pagan ritual that was actually created by the pagans. And the whole Celtic idea of surviving the winter, if you like, you know, and you celebrate it, you get drunk, you eat a lot of food because you've celebrated the coldest week in the year, which is kind of confusing when you live in the southern hemisphere like I do, when it's actually probably the hottest time of the year, or it's just getting to the point of being quite warm. But heck, who doesn't like to get a little bit tipsy and a little bit overfed over Christmas? So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, and tomorrow as well, and blessed be, and I hope you guys are well. See you later.